Hello, hello. I believe we are live. Hello, everybody. My name is Sean Q. Welcome to Marketing Strategy. This week, we are going to be covering quite a bit today, specifically when it comes to ChatGPT Atlas, a brand new feature released by OpenAI just this week. Now, we're going to give a breakdown of how to use this in your business so that you can be on the cutting edge of using all things in AI. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to make sure we're live. I believe we are live. Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So what you're looking at right now is ChatGPT Atlas. This is an actual app on my computer that I downloaded. And all you will do in order to download this is go to ChatGPT, log in, and at the very bottom where you see set as default browser, you'll see a new pop-up that says download ChatGPT Atlas or try ChatGPT Atlas for free. That is going to allow you to download it to your computer. Uh, and then what's going to happen is you're going to open it and you're going to see this. Now, it's very similar to ChatGPT. You see the ChatGPT input box here, so you can ask it a question just like you can with ChatGPT. You're going to see this button right here that's going to open up all of the chats associated with your account. And then you're going to see this button. If you click this button, it gives you a little bit of like a colorful circle. But if you click this button, it actually suggests something or does something fun. So last time I actually did this was it opened up Sora. This gave me just kind of a fun prompt, suggest something new I could learn today that I probably don't know but might find interesting. So it's talking about hooks here, and it's just it kind of gave me an extra thing. So it's a kind of a fun little uh, you know, button that does something different every single time you press it, just to add a little bit of fun. And then you're going to see in here, you can type in a URL. So I'm going to go ahead and type in I'll type in Forbes.com. So let's go ahead and type in Forbes, and it will pull up the website just as you open it up. Now, if I were to type in just Forbes, what's going to happen is it's going to open it up as a chat. So you can see search the web, and it's going to pull up some websites, some images, what is Forbes, and it's going to open it up just like a normal chat. Because I just put Forbes, I didn't put the actual URL. But it's also going to give you a couple of options right up here. At the very top, you're going to see this tab, just like any other internet browser. You can go in here and type in a different tab or type in a different website. And then here it gives you these different options. So here is home. Here is for websites. So it'll pull up a search just like on Google. Here's images. This is videos that'll populate, typically from YouTube or any other video streaming platform. And then here's the news. So anything that's popping up from the news when I type in Forbes. So that is the feature that you'll see. Now, this is like kind of like ChatGPT. There's nothing really new about this, but here is where things kind of go wild. This is what I'm about to share with you is the game-changing part of ChatGPT Atlas. When you click this plus sign, you're going to get a couple of different options, including agent mode. If I go to agent mode, I can now describe a task. I can say, search on Forbes for everything related to the Apple company, as an example. Now it's in agent mode and it's telling you what it's doing. So it's planning the search strategy, it's starting the search, it's planning the Forbes search strategy. So it's kind of going through the process. It's telling you exactly what to do. And then it's going to pop up a browser. Oh, I don't know if you could see this. Oh no, it went away. Let's see. Let me see if I can reshare this. All right, do you see that? Let me know. Okay. So it pulls up a whole browser and it's starting to actually do what I want it to do. So it is going through, oh, right here. So it's planning to test opening pages in separate cells, like the ones about Apple's $4 trillion valuation. So it's doing the thing. So it's going to Forbes.com. And now you see my mouse moving. I'm going to actually stop moving my mouse for a second so you can kind of see it work. At the very bottom, you're going to see this bar that says thinking. So it's actually doing something. You see the finalizing citations. This is not me right here. That is ChatGPT's Atlas. You can see I could take control at any point or I could stop it. Now it just finished. You can kind of see. And now what it's done is it pulled recent Forbes coverage on Apple, October 2025. And now it's pulled the direct links right here and give me the key points and everything that I need for that search. So that's kind of cool. But let's go ahead and let's think of something that's a little bit more practical. So I'm going to go ahead and exit this and open up my Facebook account. Now you can probably see my Facebook. I made this post that said, "Hello, say hi back." And I pulled this post up and I said, respond to everyone saying hello, because I got a couple of comments and there's all these comments here. What if I want it to say hello to everyone for me? So if I were to say hello or respond to the comments saying hello back, change the comment to be a variation each time so it's not the same exact response. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in. And now it's going to start replying and it's telling us. So the user me wants varied responses of hello comments. The users requested various responses, so it's going through the process. Now, at any point, again, I can take control, I can stop it, but you're going to see it start moving and doing some work. So it just hit reply on its own, and it said, "Hello again, Monica. I am not doing anything. You can see my hands here, see my mouse is there." So now it's going to the right place, and it just replied to Chad. It just replied to Kathy. It's doing this on its own. It is doing social media engagement on its own. Check that out. So it just finished saying hello to everybody here. So I'm going to go through. It said, "Hi, Monica. Hello again." Because it recognized this person commented twice, which is wild. "Don't tell me what to do." Chad's being a little bit funny here. Said, "Hey, Chad. Hello there. Hello, Kathy. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, Kimberly. Thanks for saying hello." It does the work for me. Okay, another thing that I tested it with is open a new Google Doc and create an SOP all about writing a new blog for my Southern California, because that's where I'm located, real estate business. Oh, and notice because I didn't put agent mode, it's giving me prompt. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo this. I'm gonna open up a new tab. I'm gonna click the plus sign. Make sure it's in agent mode. You're gonna read agent mode right here. And now I'm gonna submit that. So now what you're gonna see is it's going to open up a new Google Doc and actually create this SOP for me. So while this is working, I could be taking calls, I could be working with my staff, I could be doing something else. Let's say you're in a meeting and, oh, I need to go do that later. You can actually do it right then and there and have it all set up. It literally opened up a new Google Doc in my Drive, right? I had to log in initially. So it asked me to log in once and then it's, from my understanding, forever logged in. And now it's opened up a new Google Doc and let's see what it does. But this is pretty wild. It's an agentic model. All that means is it can do things for you. So you're going to notice crafting SOP content. It's doing this right now. This little mouse is its own thing, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to leave that alone. Let that walk through. But I want you to begin to think and consider what what could you do What are all the things that you typically do that you set aside and you can go do it other things now. So notice it's put content in now. Now let's say I'm like, "Oh, I don't really want that." I can take control by clicking this button and it'll give me control, or I can stop it and I can click stop. But it's going through the process. It says the content has been successfully inserted. It did it in 2 minutes. It opened up a new Google Doc and created a standard operating procedure, creating a blog post for Southern California real estate business. Gave me this whole process. So now let's say, okay, there's these 4 responsibilities and I want to refine it. I can refine it right there. Or I can ask it to do something else. You know, can you now turn this into a few, or can you follow this SOP and create a new blog based off what's trending in the real estate industry in Southern California? Act as all roles, making sure this is in agent mode. And let's do this, create it in a new Word doc. So now it just created an SOP and now it's going to literally do what I just asked it to do. So again, I want you to begin to consider and think about all of the different things that you have had on the back burner. Maybe your staff that they've had on the back burner that you're like, man, I really wish they had this done. This is pretty incredible. The other thing that would be really cool is I could probably put data in here and say, can you build an Excel sheet for me that looks at this and has this insight and creates this chart, right? Instead of you having to do manual work within an Excel document, you can actually have it inputted in here. And the great thing about it is OpenAI said privacy is a big key to what they've done here. It's a key feature. It's making sure things are safe and secure. So now it's doing research. You can see it's opened up multiple websites looking at 2025 real estate marketing trends, California disclosure law. It's literally doing a lot of work for us right here. We'll see how long this takes. Last time it took us about 2 minutes to create an SOP. We'll see how long it takes to follow the SOP and actually create the blog, which is pretty incredible. So now it is creating a Word doc. It's in Microsoft. So I wonder if I didn't say create it in a new Word doc. Okay, so this is super key. I didn't say in a new Google Doc. I said a Word doc. So it's creating a Word doc, not a Google Doc. And I think that's also going to be super key. So I could actually say stop, and I can say I'm going to copy this back in and instead change this in a new Google Doc. And I'm going to resubmit that. So notice I could take control at any time. I can stop it at any time. But you see it kind of taking action and working. One of the things that I would encourage you to do is even if you have an hour, right? Let's say this took 5 minutes, 5 minutes divided into 60 minutes, right? A full hour. If you have 5 minute tasks and you just want to get things done really easy, really quick, this is a great way to get it done, which is awesome. So now it's planning the SEO strategy and structure. And now it's opened up a new Google Doc, which is awesome. And let's see what it puts out. But talk about being able to get more stuff done in such a short amount of time. The really cool thing about this is we, as a marketing agency, are really leaning into this. We have a human first AI powered philosophy. In other words, we want to make sure that AI is supporting the work that we're doing. So typically, we would have our assistants doing all of this research. It literally did research for us already. So now what we can do is we can have a human touch, and the human is going to read it, make sure it's on brand, make sure that it is going to support the marketing journey. The thing about these types of features to recognize is that while these are great tasks, notice it's even renaming the Google Doc, which is awesome. Well, this is great at tasks. What you still need support on is likely strategy, making sure the tasks you're doing are the right tasks you should be doing that are actually going to support your business. So what we've really been doing is leaning in, and it wrote the blog. It followed the SOP, wrote the blog, and we have a finished blog here. And it took, let's see, how long did it say it took? 2 minutes. So within 4 minutes, right? I made this mistake here, but within 4 minutes, created an SOP and followed that SOP and gave me something that is a great first draft for our humans to look at. So if you're looking at like, okay, this is such great technology, and I want to be at the forefront of my AI, of the AI kind of revolution that's happening, working with an agency that understands marketing strategy and making sure that you're using the right tools at the right time is super key. So what I recommend you do is play with it, get familiar with it. One of the things that's super important is just being educated when it comes to all of these platforms, and then take it to your marketing team and say, hey, I want to use this. I want to make sure I'm on the cutting edge. We already are an AI powered human centric agency. So if you're looking for a marketing agency, we would love to support you. Now, we've just tapped the surface. So there's agent mode, there's browser memory. So if I click this, I can then say, what were the um, uh, magazine I was looking at? It was a business magazine, right? So what browser memory does is it actually remembers all of the tabs you've ever opened within ChatGPT Atlas. So this is pretty amazing, especially for people that have a hard time remembering where was that tab. Listen, let me tell you, Apple, at least this was true 6 months ago, had a limitation of 500 tabs on your mobile phone. Ask me how I know. It's so easy to forget where was that tab or what was that thing I was looking at. With with the ability to do browser memory, it will remember the things that you looked at. So you can recall it later. Now, I have that setting turned off here. So all you have to do to turn that on is go to settings, personalization, reference browser memories. I need to turn that on. So once you turn that on, it will be able to pull that up. It can create images for you. So just like ChatGPT, Study and Learn, Canvas, web search, it does quite a bit. So think of ChatGPT Atlas like your ChatGPT app that gives you access to do some incredible things. I'll give you one more example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new tab of ways that we're using it within our agency. And I'm going to look up a Southern California attorney. So here's an attorney, which is great. So I have the website open. And you're going to see this button up here called Ask ChatGPT. This button right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually ask it, um, based on this website, what are some ways to improve the SEO so we can get more traffic? Now, what it's going to do is it's literally going to review the entire website and act as as a search engine optimization strategist. So it's going through. Here are some technical fixes that it's provided, some on page SEO optimization that it's providing. And it's literally giving very real, very specific things. And now local SEO improvements, giving those recommendations, off page SEO and authority building, which is great. Content marketing expansion, that's literally giving you clusters of blog content to produce and publish on this website so that you get that SEO bump, conversions and UX enhancements, and summarizes it right here. If I wanted to do some competitive analysis, right, pull up your website and ask, what, uh, who are my competitors and what are ways I can um, uh, position myself more strongly, right? And now what it's going to do is it's going to serve as a analyzer. So it's pulling up the key competitors, what their emphasis and strengths are, and what we can learn and lean into there, which is great. Summary of the environment, how this business can position itself more strongly. Look at all of this insight. So there is the agentic perspective, and then you can use Ask ChatGPT right on the side to analyze the website you are currently on. There's a lot of really cool things here, and we as an agency are so excited to kind of support this. I want to know, how are you using ChatGPT Atlas? Are you finding it to be super useful for you? Let me know. My name is Sean Q. We are social media marketing and podcast agency here to support professional service based businesses. And if you are interested in being in the cutting edge of AI, let us know. We'd love to support you. Just click on the link in the description below, and you'll be able to get started with a free social media marketing and podcasting strategy session. Again, my name is Sean Q. I hope this was helpful. We'll see you in the next video.